Well, hello, Mary. Good morning. I know I'm late. How you doing, darling? Thank you. I appreciate the like. Hello, Mr. Cookie. Hello, love. Where you been, girl? Hair on a biscuit. Now, I haven't never heard that one, Diane. You been busy wondering what, love? Well, I've been here. You the one that hadn't been here, love. Yeah. Here's the question. Did you paint her on the butt, Cookie? What have you been up to, love? The first, the first time I meet Cat, I'm gonna pinch her on the butt and just run like hell. What you trying to find, love? You done chickened out on me, Cookie. Oh, see, I didn't say how I was gonna do it. I'm gonna ask permission first, Cookie. My mama didn't raise no fool now. Hello, Lillian. How you doing, darling? Yeah, I can see you sneak in. The ice lady. Your hubby's still doing good? Hello, Miss Janice. I hadn't thought about that, Diane. That's a distinct possibility, knowing Cat. We sitting here picking on Cat, and she ain't even here to protect herself. I ain't saying who it was. I got a hot date with the computer right now. Hello, James. Miss Amy, how you doing, darling? It's Fairy Dust. Yeah, those are neat little rigs, aren't they, Perry? Hello, Sunfish. Welcome in, man. Are you feeling any better, Miss Amy? Mm. Yeah, I know. I've been doing some scouting around at different places to put in here. Do some little short day kayak trips, fishing trips. What are you doing, Fairy Dust? Playing with that damn vibrator again? Ooh, man, that sounds good. What did you finally wind up with the other night, fish wise? Fairy Dust gonna ignore me. Might be a good thing. That's one thing we don't have much here in Texas is the waterfalls. Y'all sure got some pretty ones up there in that country. Y'all hang on just a second. I'll be right back. They put me in one of them loony bins one time, and I aggravated the hell out of them so damn bad they kicked me out. I heard of being kicked out of a bar before, but I got that beat. I got kicked out of a loony bin. Oh yeah, they're fine. Paradise just sent me a picture of a cab over camper we were talking about. Oh, always. Hello, Timmy Ray. Yeah, that was cute. I am doing fine. Only trouble with me, I spent too damn much money today. Hello, Victor. Well, I appreciate Sunfish passing the word around. It's just a chat where we have a lot of fun, do a lot of cutting up and going on, and got a bunch of good looking women in here. So, booze and brawls. Yep. No, this one, I can't believe I did it. I walked in the Honda place the other day after I bought that other little old motorcycle, and they made me a deal on a different one today, and I just couldn't turn down. So for the next couple of weeks, I'm a proud owner of 3 motorcycles. It's gonna be hard to ride all 3 of them at once. But like to say, you can't take it with you. Yeah, they did a good job on me on that one. I've got a really good sound system on my TV, Timmy. It ain't been turned on in a year. It's silent. Oh, we just hanging out in here. I'd feel a whole lot better tonight if I hadn't forgot something. I went and bought some dry gin today and was gonna stop and get some grapefruit juice, make me some salty dog tonight, and I forgot all about it. Well, I've got a Harley Road Glide, and this is one of the crossover bikes, the adventure bike. What's the matter, son of a bitch? Well, y'all pop in here anytime you take a notion. I eat part of them. I did one rack and I got aggravated in. The wind is blowing so hard you can't hardly cook anything outside. But they were good. They were good enough that I had barbecue sauce from ear to ear. Okay, Victor, I appreciate it. And you come on back, man. The ain't no telling what'll be going on in here. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, they were had a live chat going over there the other night on him uh, fishing. Ooh, I do, but in a sort of oddball way, Diane. Yeah, Victor, somebody asked me what the topic was in this room. I told them, hell, your guess is as good as mine. There's no telling. We got one guy here that they changed his nickname to Kenny Boobs because that's all he talks about. And some of these other gals in here talk talk like Marilyn Monroe was wearing a training bra. So it gets pretty interesting sometimes. I don't know where Kenny's at. He might have went back to sleep again. And we got people from all the way from Philippines and Europe and Canada and of course all over the U.S. Australia, yeah. No, I didn't forget about you. Just hadn't got there yet. Well, we started doing the same thing. I've got a rub I use on those ribs, and I'll wrap them in tin foil, cook them slow for about 2.5 hours, and take them out, and I catch all the juice off of it and put that back with a barbecue sauce and put my glaze and stuff on them. I like to glaze them on a charcoal grill, wood grill. Whee! And promises, promises, promises. Slow and low. Damn. Y'all gonna have me being like Kenny opening one of them porn sites up. My old belt buckle getting sort of tarnished anyway. It needs a little polishing. I'm trying to wake up. I lay down and went to sleep. That's why I was late. I ain't woke up good yet. Lordy, lordy, lordy. What's that song say? Another Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. Yeah. Welcome home, Amy. When the meat falls off the bone, you did a good job. Now he's getting quiet. Darn. That didn't go down right. If you fall off, if you fell off because it was, never mind. I ain't going there. Well, from everybody being in a good mood, they must have had a pretty decent day. Yeah, Cookie, you do such a good job that they fall off the bone. Well, I guess you might be one. Never mind. Uh-oh. Hello, Miss Gracie. And Jack's the super dog. Well, how you doing today, Gracie? I went into somebody's live stream this morning for a few minutes. Now, there's a there's a certain level you need to go to, and you don't need to go past that. You start getting a little crude. Well, my brain's crude tonight, so I'm having to watch what I say. We'll get it toned down here a little bit, or toned up, or yeah. Yeah, that'll keep you out of trouble, Gracie. Anyway, yeah, I imagine. No, I'm just trying to keep from sticking my foot in my mouth any deeper than it gets sometimes. Well, Cookie, did y'all get some of that Kansas City barbecue? And you sound like me, Perry does. My stomach been screwed up for the last damn 2 weeks. Last couple of days, I broke out the cottage cheese and the Gatorade and not hardly eating anything. I feel a hell of a lot better. I tell you what cracks me up. They got good barbecue up there. They got some good barbecue in Tennessee, Nashville. They, but the Texas barbecue completely different. This may freak some of y'all out, but I broke out the cottage cheese and the only time I drink buttermilk is when I get a stomach that's upset like this, and it seems like it really helps it because I don't like buttermilk. You're supposed to pour buttermilk down a septic tank to get the bacteria going. So I guess that's what we're doing. I was doing. Amy gonna get to feeling good, and she gonna kick plumb over the traces. Yeah, it does me. That's the only time I like it. I'll put a little bit of salt in it and sip on that, and it's supposed to sort of get you the bacteria and stuff going like it's supposed to. Best barbecue I ever had was in Atlanta, Texas, and that old man that ran that thing went coon hunting one night. And you remember when the Fords were taking and jumping in gear, jumping in reverse out of park. He got out and walked around behind a pickup and started to close the gate. And the pickup jumped in reverse and rolled back and pinned him in that gate and killed him. And but he could fix some barbecue. That old man would get up about 3 o'clock in the morning and start cooking. And if you didn't get in line by 11 o'clock, he just cooked so much, and that was it. And he by 11 o'clock every day he'd be so plumb out. Now he's the one that showed me about catching the drippings and mixing them back in with your sauce. That really helps. I think I'd rather drink the buttermilk, Gracie. I do not like yogurt. I know it's supposed to be good for you. Ooh, that does not sound good, Timmy Ray. If I'm going to eat fish, Timmy Ray, it's going to crunch when I bite it. Don't like blackened fish or baked fish or no, Gonna crunch. I guess the only kind of fish I'll eat that it doesn't have to crunch it is I will eat a shrimp cocktail if it's really cold. Yeah, In Tennessee, now they don't cook any uh, beef out there much. Most of theirs are pork. I've tried a bunch of that stuff cooking. There's been some things happen in my life that when I had to eat some stuff that uh, I don't think I could get it down. Like I say, if it don't crunch, I just won't hardly eat it. I've tried the steamed fish, and no. I bring an extra tent cookie. It's funny what people enjoy. My wife would eat that salmon. I believe it was salmon in a bag. I think because they cooked it in a paper bag, and it's sort of like baked fish. And she loved that stuff. I'm gonna do my best to cookie. Everything's sort of lining up. Looks like I'm gonna make it. Maybe. Yeah, she loved that now. There's the lady. Hello, Kathleen. Yeah, my man Cookie chickened out. I told him he needed to pinch you on the butt when he first saw you. Yeah, I missed that shindig in quartzite, but I'm sure going to try to make this one. Well, I don't don't know where Kenny's hanging out. I think he got him a lady lined up or something. And I don't blame him. If he's got a good looking little old gal lined up, he damn sure don't want to look at me. I'm gonna have to make up my mind if I'm gonna shave or yeah. Everybody send Kenny a message. Somebody send Kenny a message and tell him Kendra's in here trying a topless bikini on. I know it. Yeah. I don't know if they're gonna get all them folks in one campground. There's a lot of people got that bug. Yeah, probably so. I went to start saying that a while ago. I went in some live this morning, and Jill was in there, and she said, "Dang," said, "you put me to bed last night, and you getting me up this morning." I don't remember what live it was, but they got sort of quiet. Yeah, most people I talk to that's had that stuff too, you gonna get over it real quick. It takes a while. Georgia, how you doing tonight? Tomorrow might be a rodeo. I may try to video some of this tomorrow because I've got a teriyaki dog carrier that my other pup rode with me all the time. I'm gonna see how Rocky does in it tomorrow. If I get enough time. If it's wind to quit blowing, I was gonna do it today, but the wind is blowing plumb off the back of the motorcycle. I need to bake some bread. I haven't done that in a few days. Of course, I just do the simplest one I can find in that bread machine. That's good. Well, if I wind up riding that motorcycle at 2,000 miles up there, I may have to stand up and sleep. My butt will be so wore out. Ooh, making me hungry. That's what we were talking about, Crystal. Everybody got a gut ache, I think. Thanks, kicking. I needed that. It's just right outside Medford, Oregon, I think. Well, Crystal just showed up. Miss Michael Ann, you doing okay, darling? Ain't no telling what they teaching that for. Kenny, Michael Ann, and Crystal ganged up my private room with him. Woo! Hello, K-Dog. How you doing tonight? Do what, William? Yeah, that gal ain't been feeling good for. By the time she gets to feeling good, she winds up like with that hockey all weekend, gets wore out again. Sound like you getting it ready to go, Georgia. Don't get screwed up like I was. First time I come on this live stream, I was Kenny and Robert, and some kind of way I got two live streams going at the same time, and I couldn't turn it dang. I didn't know how to turn them off. So you sound like you way ahead of what I was. If it hadn't been for Kenny and some more folks, I never would have figured all that junk out. I ain't too sure about a lot of it already. You been staying out of trouble, Michael Ann, or at least having a good time? No, not. The wind is terrible here. Rocky. Hello, Jill. When you come in here to go to bed? Yeah, there's some good folks here. Don't tell them I said that, though. Yeah, you just look on YouTube and run around dressed like I Dream of Jeannie. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Well, Diane, you know good and well that it's a whole lot easier to go get a hold of something that's square than it is something that's round. I'm glad you feel that way, gal. There's a good bunch of folks in here. They got to be pretty good to put up with me. He told me he fell asleep the other night, said he was in chat listening, and said when he woke up, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Dang, I got a private chat and ain't nobody but me up here. Either that, he's really tied up, or involved, maybe I should say. Yeah, he hadn't been around too much lately either. I think he's working some pretty good hours the way he talks. Yeah, he said that weather is killing him. Well, did you enjoy your classes, Kathleen? Yeah, that's good. I don't have the foggiest idea, William. You had trouble with that one time before. Cat, you have a good night. Yeah, it'll do that. You want to figure out if something's going to hurt, just get cold. I made that mistake this afternoon. I just gonna lay down for a couple minutes, and I woke up about 3 hours later. You gone too, Lillian? Well, I bet you'll enjoy that, Gracie. That part of Oregon may never be the same after this deal. There'll be a bunch of outlaws there if everybody gets to go. I don't know if y'all can hear that wind or not. Boy, it's blowing. Yeah, I don't know how this live's gonna work if I hit the road for 2 or 3 weeks. Boo.
Boo to you too. I hate to see you suffer, Ron, so I'll join you.
Never mind. Yeah. Yeah, if I'm gone, I figure I'm gonna be gone about 3 weeks. I don't know. I'll carry a laptop and a hotspot with me. We just see. I don't know if it'll work or not.
Don't ask me, I haven't got a clue. All I know is we want videos for the shenanigans going on up at O22.
You can get shot taking videos around something like that.
No.
What do they say? What state there?
Hide a trail cam or something somewhere. For us poor plebes that can't attend.
Yeah, that'd be one of them places where a lot of the times they'll check you for a knife or a gun when you go in certain places. They might be checking you for cameras.
Yeah. Well, if you go loaded for bear in Oregon, I'd make sure you had your appropriate licenses with you.
Yeah. Hey, Ann Jay, how you doing, girl? There you are. Yeah, sometimes that private stuff gets a little when they want to stay private.
I'll spoil all the fun.
Yeah. Fairy Dust said she was going to bring her hula skirt, show us some belly dancing.
Yeah, from what I can gather, there's going to be quite a few there.
It looks like it. I just glanced at that list the other day, and it looked like it's 50, 60 people already.
Mm.
But I've already made up my mind if I'm gonna talk to Lillian in a little bit and get her to send me some locations where there's some BLM land or something around there.
Is Gina going?
Huh?
Is Gina going?
I still
She'd
didn't
have.
hear.
Is Gina going?
Yeah,
She's
Jim.
yeah, she lives in Oregon.
Yeah,
She'd have a fair idea of BLM land and what have you around the area.
yeah. Well, where uh, where Gina's at, she would know. I might need to send her a note or something
Mm.
because I don't mind camping. 15, 20 miles away if I need to. Yeah.
Or from the sounds of it, you might even be able to pull in share a site with somebody. From what I can gather, they're pretty big sites. I think Tim was saying that you could have, a couple. I think Lillian was working out with him, but that sort of share the site, and I think it's a minimal cost for you to share it with somebody. And then you'd have access to your showers and yeah, toilet facilities, especially if you're taking your bike.
Well, and this other little old bike I just bought today, it still gets good gas mileage. It gets about 80, and but it'll sit there and cruise at 70 or 75. That was the only trouble with that other little bike I had. It wouldn't run that fast, and that Harley doesn't get very good gas mileage. That Harley there I've got gets about 30, 29, 30, and that's it. So, because I figure I'm gonna do 2,500 miles out there probably. Time I make some detours and at least
Yeah.
that back, maybe 3,500 coming back. So
It's a decent hike.
80 miles an hour to 15 miles an hour. I mean miles per gallon in that pickup be a hell of a lot of difference in money. On that kind of mileage. 'Cause I'm talking about anywhere from 5 to 6,000 miles.
Mm.
Yeah, Ling lives closer.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No way. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Just as well I didn't get on your live before. I had a heap of birds up on the roof. Don't know what they were doing. Yeah, they were doing some serious tap dancing. They were making a hell of a racket. I know that.
The thought throt for the damn. I can't talk tonight. Oh, the thought throt for the
Hey Tim, what the heck?
damn. I
What
can't
have
talk.
you got on?
I think I got YouTube shut off.
You look like you stuck your head in the toilet and you got the seat around your neck.
Well,
Are
you're
you
not.
I won't even comment on what you got on your head.
are you to say Tim looks like shit?
I didn't say that.
You're never gonna believe this. A to Z Dan gave me this new desert camouflage hat. It works great. However, there was a jackrabbit driving a freaking motorbike and freaking ran my ass over and freaking broke my neck.
Really? So that's what you got a donut around your head for. Either that or you got a bloody big halo.
That's why
And it's sweet.
I got a donut around my neck. The damn
Yeah.
jackrabbit driving the motorbike freaking ran my ass over because I was too camouflaged.
Yeah.
He couldn't see me.
Yeah. Well, it looked like it defecated on your head.
He needs to put a doohickey on top of his head where that rabbit's seen.
Well, I mean, that's pretty camouflaged if you're in the desert, right?
Should be.
I'm not convinced. It looks like a cow pat.
It is. It's packing for a box.
Do you put every damn
This is a donut for my dog.
Tim? Every
Yo.
time you round something, do you put it on your head?
Well, no,
No,
not all
Nate
the
does
time.
that.
Looks pretty cool though.
I
It
prefer the
actually
blue
looks pretty
wig.
good. You know what? It might keep the sun off and let the hair follicles breathe. But yeah, it's just packing material.
Oh Lord. He done
Yeah.
dove in the box and couldn't get it unstuck off his head.
Mm.
I done lost my mind.
What mine?
Well, that too.
Oh Lord.
I don't care if I was on a Zoomer or not.
There you go.
But I'll tell you what, that jackrabbit done freaking ran me over with the motorbike.
Was it a black-tailed jackrabbit or is it just a regular jackrabbit?
I don't know. He's too damn fast. I couldn't tell. I hope I got a bunch of laughs with this one. Yeah, this is just packing material. Looks pretty good though for a hat, a sunshade.
Okay, we'll take your word for it.
As long as it doesn't get wet, I'm good.
How
how
many
y'all
drinks?
doing?
How many drinks you had tonight?
Not enough.
No.
I need at least 6 more. Come on, man.
I was telling them a while ago. I stopped by the liquor store and bought some booze, and I was going to get some grapefruit juice where I could make some salty dogs tonight. And I'll be damned if I didn't forget to get the grapefruit juice.
You got the beer, but you forgot the grapefruit.
Well, I like to make the salty dogs with dry gin. So I got the gin.
Right on. So, what are you going to make without grapefruit?
You never have drank a salty dog?
No, I don't even think I've heard of salty dog.
It's pretty popular down here in Texas. It's just salt and grapefruit juice, and a lot of people put vodka in it. I don't like the vodka, but I put dry gin in it. It's just a clean drink, but it will. That slow gin will wear you out if you don't watch it. Sneak up on you.
Yeah, you drink too much of it, and yep.
Been there, done that.
Me and that buddy of mine that I fish and hunt with went on a kayak trip on the river right here on the Brazos, and we got out there and we fished in them big gator gar and them big catfish, and we set about 8 rods out and started a fire and mixed a couple of salty dogs, and I got a bite and took the bait. And I thought, well, I'll put it back out there in a minute. To make a long story short, we kept rolling them rods up. And finally, we were just sitting at the fire drinking salty dogs and didn't have a rod and reel in the damn water.
Wait, who's the one catching the fish?
I said, don't you get on that line, fish. I don't want to get up. Uh, I got one of them trips that I'm gonna video here for too long. I hope. Damn, I can't talk tonight,
Yeah.
and I haven't had anything to drink.
You know what? The best fishing trips is when you get drunk.
Mhm. I
And
don't want.
someone catches something y'all never seen before.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and something this big is always this big or even bigger. Yeah.
I actually caught a barking fish. It's an invasive species up in Alpena, Michigan. Did not know what the fish was. I asked my dad, and the thing barked at us as I was taking the hook out, and we did not keep it. We put it overboard, but guess what? That was a $50 freaking fish if I brought it inland. We asked everyone. They're like, "What did you do with the fish?" We didn't know what it was, and it barked at us, and we let it go back in there. And they're like, "Dude, you could have got $50 or more for that fish."
how come were they doing that? Just paying a bounty, trying to get rid of them, or
Somehow or some way, someone put this fish in there and hit it. It spawned, and they're trying to eradicate that barking fish. I don't know what it was called, but yeah, it was almost like the thing was like barking or coughing at us. It was weird. Never seen it before. We should have kept it.
how many
We
drinks?
should have strung it on the line because it was 18 inches to 20 inches long.
How many drinks did y'all have?
I was with my dad and we didn't drink all day.
Oh Lord!
Yep. I was with my dad and we didn't drink all day. I didn't drink till we got back to the cabin that night.
Yeah, take it easy, Scott. Don't work too hard.
We have the same problem here with European carp. It's actually illegal that if they're caught, for you to throw them back. You've got to bury them up on the bank, or some people eat them, but not too many because they're real mud eaters. They're full of mud. But yeah, they've taken over our waterways here.
Are they the long hairy cows, like the Chinese cows, the yaks, or are they more more not indigenous, the opposite of that, to your country?
I was talking fish, Tim. What are you talking about?
Oh, I thought you said a cow.
No, carp.
Oh,
European carp.
carp.
He gonna be milking a cart before it's over with.
Yeah.
Okay, a carp, not a cow.
No, definitely not a moo type cow. No.
I thought you said cow and not
Yeah,
carp.
no, carp.
Carp.
I can just see Tim trying to hold that cart and milk it.
Yeah. Tell you what, they can get huge. You know, I've seen some of them, and you know, they're easy, a good couple of feet long or even bigger. But yeah, it's actually illegal to throw them back in. You've got to, and you can't throw them up on the bank and let them die. You've got to bury them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And but they have seriously affected our rivers here. Yeah.
Have y'all got the Asian carp in there yet, Janice? The one that jumps out of the water?
Not to my knowledge, Ron. No.
Yeah,
That's a thing in the world here. They get to like 40 pounds. There've been people that, if you run over a school of them, they'll just go to jumping out of the water like popcorn.
Yeah.
It's the motorboat. It's the motorboat engine noise that makes them jump out, and they actually jump in your boat and all around you. and they can smack you upside the head. They can kill you, actually, because they're so big. They are up and down the Mississippi River, and they're doing their damnedest to keep them out of the 5 Great Lakes right now.
Yeah, they got electric fence they put up across the river.
Yep, electric fence. That's true. Yeah, because if they get into the Great Lakes, guess what? Great Lake sturgeon, that's freshwater, huge. They got inland salmon. There's northern pike, walleye, all of the perch would just be wiped out by these Asian carps that jump out of the water. Yeah, that would not be good.
Yeah, and we got a lot of that. That's like the pythons and the Everglades and the cane frogs, and I was reading about a deal the other day. I like to shoot 22s and stuff. In Louisiana,
Oh, yeah.
the Nutra have got so thick down there now, they put a $6 bounty on them Nutra. Some guy made $85,000 last year shooting Nutra.
In Texas.
No, Louisiana.
Oh, Louisiana. Okay.
Yeah.
Oregon. They're all over freaking Oregon right now.
Nutra?
Yep.
Wow. Boy, they tear up.
The Reef Robber, if you look up the Reef Robber channel, they're up there shooting nutria.
They nasty looking. They look like a king size rat.
Yeah. If they got underneath my house, I'd probably be blowing up my house. Trying to get rid of them.
Boy, they got some teeth on them. On that deer leaf I had last year, there was a bunch of them in there, and we got to shooting them and killing them. Well, one guy had a bird dog that was, he wasn't quite full grown. He's full size, but he wasn't. He still had some pup in him.
Yeah.
He caught one of them things away from the water one day and jumped on him. And that Nutra tore him all to hell. Bit plumb through his hind leg. And their teeth never quit growing. We killed some down there that had teeth 2.5 inches long.
Wow.
And boy, they take that poor little old dog. But they killed a lot of them by doing that. That dog hated them things after that. He'd hunt Nutra a whole day down there. Ain't no telling how many of them he'd kill. He didn't mess with them after that. He'd go in and get them and kill them.
Yeah. Yeah, Oregon. Darn it, I'm forgetting Reef Robber's name. He was going to do 500 nutria in a year, and they're using 22s, long range. Tink, 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 tink. And they're almost like beavers.
Yeah, they look like a slick-tailed beaver.
Yeah.
Here in Texas, the beavers are getting thick. When I was a kid, you never saw one, but you can't get on the river without seeing them now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're everywhere.
There's a line there, but I'm not going to touch it.
Oh, baby.
No, yeah. I'd get black banned, I think.
Oh, Lord.
Are you talking about Georgia?
I had a friend of mine that was a captain in the Temple Police Department, and they got a call one night, and a beaver had gotten his lady's house, and she had got her husband's pistol. He wasn't home, and shot at it twice and didn't hit it. And finally called the cops, and they come over there. Well, first they tried a net like you catch a dog in. Well, that beaver just chewed his way out of that net in a heartbeat. Them things get weigh 40, 50 pounds. Well, then they took a packing blanket and threw over him, and then threw another one over and wrapped him up and got him outside and shot him. Well, the lady, they told the lady everything's all right and started leaving. She said, "Oh no, I got one more problem." I said, "What's that?" And she handed him a 45 1911 pistol, automatic.
I have one.
Yeah, she'd shoot that thing. She was trying to unload it, and she'd shoot it, and then it'd be loaded again. And she couldn't figure out how to unload the damn thing. And they very carefully unloaded that pistol and took it away from her.
Drop the magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to show you my 1911 Army replica issue 45 ACP. It looks like what they carried in the officers that carried in Vietnam. And that thing's spot on.
Well, I tell you what, I'll make you sick about that.
I can't figure out how do you unload it.
Yeah.
No.
I bought a 30 carbine and one carbine.
Yeah.
This is a lot of years ago, but that carbine was still packed in cosmoline, never had been fired. And I bought a 1911 the same way. You know what I paid for them? $25 for the carbine and $19.50 for the 1911.
And now that thing's probably 500 plus.
Oh, the carbine's worth about $1,500 now because
Okay.
I don't know what that 1911 be worth. But what's that, Timmy Ray? Hello, Derek. But I started selling some of my guns off. I'm just sort of trimming down to certain ones.
Yeah, I got some back there.
Well, it's getting so hard to find a place to hunt or to shoot them anymore. Aggravates me.
Yeah.
Used to, I had all kind of places I could go. I could go shoot anytime I wanted to. And you get rusty.
Yep.
You don't pick one up every once in a while.
Yeah, but the rounds here in California are freaking expensive. Especially you're shooting 223, 45 and 9 mil. Those rounds, they have come down in price in the past year and a half, I think. But yeah. By my bedside, I got a 357 revolver with 38 rounds in it. And there's the 45 in there. Yep. Don't come knocking at my door unless you want abrupt attention.
Oh, I was going to give y'all an update about that. They caught that old boy that killed them people right next door to us here the other day.
Oh, yeah. What's up with that?
It was a drug deal going wrong, I guess. It just a next door neighbor here, about 200 yards from where I'm at, the guy walked in and shot 3 people and killed them. And he didn't realize it, but they had a video camera running in the house. So anyway, they called him. He's in jail now.
So he killed the family just down the road from you.
Yeah, it's about the house is about 200 yards. There's a stretch of wood between us, but that's about all.
Did you hear the rounds going off?
I wasn't here.
Oh, you weren't there.
It happened like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
That 45 long coat stayed on my hip until they caught him, though.
Linda.
What?
Huh? No, keep talking, boys. Keep talking.
No, they. Oh, I enjoy shooting guns. They're a lot of fun. I've got off into the 45 long Colt, Tim, and I
Yeah.
fell in love with that round. I just it'll do everything the ACP will do, and everything the 44 mag will do if you hand load. Hello, Linda.
Yeah, but that 357, that'll punch a hole through everything.
That's a pretty good round, but I can load that 45 long Colt hotter than that.
Oh, well, if you want to do the hot rounds, yes.
And
Yeah.
it shoots so sweet. God Almighty! I killed a
Yeah,
couple.
but a lot of people don't know what we're talking about probably with hot rounds. But that's okay. You just put a little more powder in the underneath the bullet, and it just goes boom. But yeah,
Timmy Ray, if I'm not mistaken, Mississippi goes in New Orleans,
yeah,
or right below New Orleans. That's why New Orleans is there.
yeah. I'd love to get some fresh gator meat from New Orleans to cook up on the barbie.
I tell you what, they're getting thick in Texas. They've actually opened the season up for gators here in Texas now. They were protected for a long time, but they're not anymore. You got to draw for them. But
I'm going to relocate temporarily, Ron. I'm moving inside, so I'll just be off. I'll still be here, but I'll be off screen for a bit.
Okay.
right, okay. They
So that means the gator population is moving to Texas up through the Gulf, in inland streams to you guys, which could be a nuisance, correct?
Well, they don't really bother all that much, but they're the Brazos right here where I do a lot of the fishing is it's 457 miles to the Gulf Coast, and there's no dams on it. It's free flowing. Well, we got gators up within 50 miles of us now that they know of, and I'll bet they're closer than that.
Oh
They but there's always been a few around, and these stock ponds and stuff that are on private that nobody's around. About 15 years ago, I was fishing a tournament in a lake. I caught one that was 39 inches long, little old gator, water lure.
yeah.
Hello, man, live biker.
I did get some fried alligator nuggets when I was in New Orleans. And it spot on. If I ever thought alligator tasted like that, it was spot on. Little gamier than chicken, but it definitely tasted like chicken. It was a little more chewier than chicken, but I loved it. But I would love to have tasted something that was smoked or barbecued, like a full gator, because that's where you really get the great meat taste of the different parts of the alligator.
I don't know if I've ever seen them do one like that. It can be just as bad as you want it to be, Gracie.
Yes. You're talking. You pull the trigger, boom, or you're talking, boom. Your hand goes over your head. Don't put it in front of your face.
And Yeah, two hands. I shot a damn 500 the other day. A buddy of mine bought. Now why ain't
Rifle,
pistol?
pistol.
Yeah.
Nah. Boom.
You better let it go up. It'll knock you down. You,
No wait.
you
Let's do limp wrist. Boom. No. Oh no. Your arms are locked. Your wrists are locked. Let it go over your head. 500? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
500 mag
It was
or a 500 starts with an R? I thought it starts with an R. There's different rounds.
I'm gonna say it was a Smith and Wesson. I shot a 454 Cascool, and
Casul.
yeah, and
Casul?
but I don't. The only way I'd own one of them pistols would be like bear hunting or something. If I was bear hunting where they had the grills and like in Alaska or something like that. Now I might carry something like that then.
Those rounds are like the revolver barrel. That was a revolver barrel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And those rounds are about this long, correct?
Come back.
Well, they're twice the length of a 357. Let's put it that way.
Third bigger round.
For the 500.
Yeah.
It's twice the length of a 38 special revolver. So when I actually take people out and I train them for the first time, we do the 38 rounds, and after they've shot a couple of rounds of the revolver, I'll sneak a 357 in there and I just spin it. I don't know where it's gonna hit, but I'm right there next to them, and I'm making sure that they got the arm grip. And next thing you know, boom, 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 and you see their arm go up, and they're like, "Oh my God, what was that? That was cool." You just shot a 357 round. And then after that, they want to shoot 357 rounds.
I loaded some 44 mag rounds up one time. There were 180 grain bullets.
Yeah.
They were loaded up to 2,150 foot a second. And you pull the trigger on that gun, and it was in a 5.5 inch barrel gun. And you pull the trigger on that thing, and it felt like somebody hitting you in the chest and the back at the same time. The concussion would just boom.
Yeah.
But those weren't fun to shoot. I think I loaded about 50 of them, and I never shot all them up.
Yeah. There's safety, and then there's reckless shooting. Yeah. There was my buddy had what is it, the long hairy 44 mag. The barrel's 18 inches long. He had hot rounds in that. It blew out fire from the revolver and out the tip. And he said, just hold on to it and shoot it straight up in the air. And when you do, because we're shooting over Potomac Lake in Michigan, he goes, the whole gun and your arm's going to go over your freaking head. But you'll see the big flash and you'll feel it. And I said, I'll never freaking shoot one of them again because that was a hot load.
Well, it can get hot enough that to play with, or if you're hunting with them, or like that 454 Casul, if you're grizz hunting and you needed something, you got to be mad to pull that trigger.
Yeah.
It kicks on both ends. It's not fun. 22 is the most fun gun you can pick up.
Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna drop down for a few, and then I'll be right back.
All right. Take it easy, Jim.
If
Dang.
I can figure out how my mouse is going, or it's my mouse. My mouse. There it is.
I hate the the mouse pad on the laptop. Drives me nuts. I always run a Wi-Fi mouse. At least I can control it better.
You
Don't
done got,
mind me. I'm just getting stuff
you
ready for dinner.
done hungry, haven't
Sorry.
you? Done got hungry, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, well, it's coming on dinner time for me, and as I said, I only eat once a day, and I could eat the crutch out of a rag doll. I get so hungry in the afternoon.
That, Linda, you can buy 44 mags from $300-400 on up to 3,000-4,000. It's like everything. It's like buying a car. It depends on what. Darn. Depends on
Bones in it.
what brand it is and what model and everything else. That was what I was supposed to do today. I was supposed to check on that high top for King. For G. You got a whole about it. What are you cutting up?
Carrots at the moment. Carrots, pumpkin, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and I've got a couple of mystery bags. Mystery bags of sausages. All goes into the steamer.
You know, I swear up and down there's a place in California that you can get that high top put on for $2,800. Well, Kenny's in one of them. I mean, G's in one of them deals where he's still got so much going on and so much stuff to buy and sell. He don't know what to do. If he can just get one of those vehicles running good, well, that'll get him on the road and cut him a little slack.
I like the look of that one.
Yeah, he really does. You know, everybody gets disgusted with their situation at times. But, you know, geez, he's had a pretty rough row of it for about the last year. It's hadn't been a good year for G.
We haven't seen Ron Sees America for a little bit too. We've seen him around for a bit.
You gonna make me go to looking for something to eat.
It's the 15-hour time difference, Ron. It's what? It's 25 past 4 p.m. here, so.
Well, it's about 1:30 here.
Yeah.
So, a.m.
I've cooked me sausages.
How big
And,
is G got? No, that's just something he can do. Boy, that's something you don't do around here. I bought some heart salami here the other day, And Rocky got a taste of that stuff. And now you better not have any pepperoni or salami or summer sausage or anything like that around. You're going to have a fight on your hands. That,
Yeah.
that dog goes crazy.
I don't think it'd be too good for him either, just quietly.
I'll let him just taste it a little bit. He I don't let
A little dog I used to have, she was a terrier of some mix. And anyway, yeah, Christmas dinner. Yeah, she used to get Christmas dinner in her bowl as well, which was, all the roast potatoes and whatever, and all the other veggies, and she'd get her roast pork with a bit of crackle and a little bit of apple sauce, and she'd sit down to her bowl while we sat down to ours. And loved it, absolutely loved it, until the next day. Oh, yeah, couldn't give that dog pork, but she just loved it. But the next day, you'd have to take a hose to her rear end. It was a shocker.
Well, I tell you,
clean her out though.
dogs are funny. I buy those pepperoni treats, and every time he eats, as soon as he gets through eating, then he's supposed to get a treat. And he will bug the crud out of you until they bark at you, growl at you, everything in the world until you give him that treat. And he won't quit. You can't make him quit. That's one thing I don't run out of.
Yeah.
And I got never-ending Duke bringing me his toy to throw. Go get it, Duke. I'm actually going to be working on a new recipe for O22. I know Gracie's in here. I have 2 pounds of chicken thawed out, and tomorrow I'm going to do a crock pot version that I can actually do in my RV called queso chicken or con queso chicken, where you can put in the hard shells, the soft shells, or burritos, the chicken mixture. And depending on how the recipe comes out, I may doctor it up or I may try another recipe. But I'm going to find the best one for Taco Tuesday for O22 meetup. And I'll be doing that, cooking that in my RV and sharing that with everyone. And Gracie also wanted me to mention that her dog name is called Jacques, like Jacques Cousteau. So I guess many people have been mispronouncing her dog's name. That is Jacques.
He's a French dog.
Jacques Cousteau. Yep.
I tell you what.
I'm definitely gonna mess around with the con queso chicken taco recipe tomorrow, and see how that turns out.
Tim, over there, are you able to get the likes of these types of mix? They're a dry mix, but they're virtually a seasoning, something like that with your chicken in your crock pot would be good.
Not yes, but not the same brand that you have.
No, but I wouldn't imagine so.
Yeah,
but there's another one. There's a peri chicken.
Well, that's by McCormick's.
Yeah,
that's by McCormick's. Yeah,
yeah.
We probably have that.
Yeah, but something like those would rev up your crock pot.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with the recipe, and for like my chili recipe that I'm doing, I grabbed a recipe and then I added my own seasonings to it, and put it up like 4 notches, 5 notches better.
Yeah.
So, The dry seasonings definitely work. I'm just going to start from a recipe that I got from online for con queso chicken for tacos, and to see if it's bland or if it's good or if it just needs doctored up.
A bit of minced chili in it.
Well, we're doing chili. We're doing chili cook-off Sunday night. And then Tuesday night at 022 meetup, we're doing Taco Tuesday. And then Thursday, we're doing a brunch. Everyone just brings a brunch type dish. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll get to see, like, heck, probably 10 to 20 different variations of dishes every night that we have these cook-offs, which is cool.
That's all good fun.
Yeah.
That's the only drawback if I do come up on that motorcycle is that I won't have a bunch of stuff to cook with or anything. You won't have to do something a little on that.
Ron, you got my motorhome. I got 3-burner stovetop. I got an oven. I got a microwave. I got a standalone small grill. Plus, I got a big grill grate where you can throw firewood in the fire pit, and then move this grate up and down or side to side to cook meat or fish or whatever.
Well, do they have a fireman's up there in Oregon, or does anybody know if there's a fireman on? Or
At this time, no. Yes, California and Oregon do have fire bans, but it just depends on the extremity of the season at that time.
I don't know over there so much, but a lot of our campgrounds and that have like public barbecues that you can use in the camp, in the campgrounds and things like that. Do they have that sort of thing there?
They have their own fire pits. If you don't have a fire ring, they have the stand-up fire barbecues where you put charcoal in, or wood to put to cook your meat. And usually you just put aluminum foil over those grates because you never know if someone's tried to piss out a fire pit over those cooking grates.
Well, not only that, birds and what have you walking across them and stuff like that. Yeah.
The squirrels, yeah. I always, on the fire grate, if I do tent camping, I put aluminum foil over a fire grate and cook on top of that. And I just puncture a little couple holes to let grease sip down into the fire pit because I will not cook over a fire grate like that. But I do have my own. It's a 2-foot round circular,
like a
grate.
Weber. Yeah.
It's a grate that I put one rod down under the ground. And make it steady next to the campfire, and then I slip my grate over it, and I can swing it out, swing it over. I can raise it up and raise it down depending on what the fire temperature is.
that makes me mad, Tim. I built one of those damn grates like that about 30 years ago before anybody ever saw one. I used to keep it set up in a deer camp all the time, Put thumb screws on it where you could raise the grate up and down.
Yep.
You swing it around. I'm serious. I bet you I've built 25 or 30 things like that somebody's made a fortune off of before it was over with.
This one's called Campfire Grill. Look it up, Campfire Grill. It slides up and down a pole that's 3 foot long. You
Drive that
slam
in the
it into
ground.
the ground next to your fire pit, usually on the outside of the fire pit ring. And then it's a 2 foot ring, which actually has a lip on it. So if you're grilling dogs, hot dogs, this 1 inch lip that goes around the ring, you'll never lose your dogs in the fire, your hot dogs.
I tell I tell you a little story about me. I got up in Colorado one year and got ready to cook a meal. I got to looking. Well, I've got a little fold up grill that I've cut down that we use kayak fishing and all kind of stuff, real small and easy to handle. I forgot the dadgum thing. And I got up there in Colorado in them mountains, man, I was 150 miles from anywhere that you could have bought anything. And I got thinking, what in the world am I going to do? I got 10 days up here. I got to looking around, and them aspen trees are real fast growing trees. And I cut me uh, probably a half a dozen aspen that were about that big around, and then dug a trench, pile of
Yep.
dirt on each side to where you could lay the sticks across it. And I cooked on those green limbs for 10 days up there in the mountains. Just
Yeah.
made a grill. And I take them off when I wasn't cooking with them, but that worked. You can always you can make do if you're in a jam.
Yep. Exactly.
Uh, I made grills out of baling wire where you tie 4 sticks together and then lace it.
You can make a grill out of anything.
Yeah, the best corn tortilla
Anything.
I ever ate in my life was an old Mexican woman down there in Mexico, and she'd sit right there and grind that corn up, and she had a big old flat rock that was about 3 inches thick, setting up on 2 or 3 other rocks. She'd build
Yeah.
a fire under them things. I sit there and eat them corn tortillas till they coming out of my ears. Man, they were good. Fresh like that. Be cooked on a rock.
I've caught trout out of these California lakes. I I leave the head on. I slice it down the middle, get all the guts out, open it up. I put chachari seasoning in there with olive oil on the inside. I put the chachari seasoning, and then I cut up onions and I dice it and put the onions on the inside, and then put olive oil out on the outside of the fish. Wrap it up in the aluminum foil. I cook it for about 5 minutes over a campfire. Flip it, cook it on the campfire for another 5 minutes. Open it up and look inside. If the onions are done, the fish is done. If the onions are not done, cook it a little longer. Flip it, wrap it back up, flip it over, and go from there. And I'll tell you what, the best trout fish you've ever eaten.
I gotta go to my deal again. When it's fish, if it don't crunch, I ain't eating it. A lot of people love it, but I can't get it
Oh,
down.
you can. It's because trout is white meat.
No,
Uh,
like
it's not. It doesn't have a really fishy taste to it. And you actually just take a fork because you open it up. You got the boiled onions on the inside, plus all the seasonings, and you just basically scrape the meat out and eat it like out of a can of tuna. And oh, mwah, so
oh, I,
good.
I've seen people do it. Seen them people take them trout and just lay them open and put bacon inside of them and cook them like that. And but that's just some life
Try it.
experiences I've
Try it.
had. I didn't have my choice about what I could eat. I had to eat. So,
Yeah.
so now I eat what I eat is what I want. I don't eat something I don't want to eat.
I will not eat sushi. It
No.
that cold texture, not cooked, just gag reflex. I can't do it. The fish has to be cooked.
Do you like lemon in it, Tim? Lemon with your fish?
Lemon on the fish. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. What about some, like how you said with your trout, some thin slices of lemon inside it as well?
Uh, Generally, when I was tent camping, I didn't bring any lemon. I just brought the onions. But I had lemon juice, and we can squirt the
Hey,
lemon juice in on the inside. But I used the olive oil and Louisiana Cajun seasoning on the inside cavity of the fish, and then I put the onions in there, and then wrap it up. Well, I put olive oil all around the fish before in aluminum foil before I wrap it up. And 5 minutes on one side, you flip it over on the campfire, 5 minutes on the other side, and you just open it up. And if the onions are not cooked, the fish is not cooked all
yeah,
the way through. But what it does is it just makes it so moist when it is cooked.
yeah.
And you
Oh,
just take
your
a fork,
foil will keep in the moisture too. So,
yeah,
yeah,
and you just take a fork and you just eat it right out
yeah.
of the aluminum foil.
Mm,
Be
And
nice,
all that's left is the
the
bones
skinny
and the skin
on
of
the
the fish.
brain. Yeah.
Janice. Be nice. Not Janice, but Diane. For a change, it's not Janice.
What? What have I done now?
You didn't do anything.
Oh,
Oh,
Diane's saying, name one thing you won't eat, and that
Yeah.
is anchovies and sushi.
fish.
Janice has already made her stamp, stepped, and approved. You don't like fish.
Yeah, I can't even look at it, Tim. I've said before, when I was little, I got a bone suspended in my windpipe, fish bone, and it lacerated my throat, and I just can't tolerate fish, either
Okay,
fresh
yeah,
or either fresh or salt water, and that extends to all, crabs, lobster, yeah, scallops, the whole box of dice. No thanks. No, I'm a cheap shout if you take me out to dinner.
wow. You had a traumatic life event and you got PTSD of fish.
Yep, yep, yep.
But
To
you're
this
missing
day,
out. Lobster, you got no bones.
yeah,
Crab, you
no,
don't have any
oh,
bones.
no, no. Even seeing prawns sitting on a plate with their head still attached, and that sends me to the bathroom. Yeah,
Well,
vomiting.
then I just cut the head off.
No, it doesn't make any difference. It's ugh.
When I was a kid, I lived on the coast, and we'd go out on those jetties and snorkel out there and dive down and get them oysters just right off. Just fry them loose and bring them up my basket. And we'd sit there and crack them things open and just take hot sauce and sit there and eat them. And now I won't eat oysters unless they're fried, and I don't really like them then.
I cannot do oysters. That's another thing I can't do. Sushi, oysters. Yeah, it comes down to that chewy factor or slimy factor, and it just messes with my throat and my stomach. And nope, it
My
just has
dad,
to be cooked.
How
my
about how about okra? Uh,
I tried that for the
To
first
be
time
very
over on the
honest
East
with
Coast, and I
you,
liked it.
to be very honest with you, Ron, I am not sure if I've actually had okra yet.
oh
I'd
man,
never heard of it
And if
until
I
I come over
have,
your way.
and if I have, guess what? I liked it because I did not dislike it.
that's
But
one of the.
I also grew up in the Midwest, so we didn't have a lot of okra up there. But on my travels throughout the different states, I don't recall eating okra. If I did, I liked it. If I did have it and disliked it, I would definitely know.
Okra is, it's not native to the U.S. It came from Africa. Real hot weather plant. The hotter it is, the better it does. But I love that stuff pickled more than anything else. I'll eat it different ways, but I've got a recipe that I'll pickle that okra and it's real crisp. Ooh, damn! I can eat a whole jar of them things.
Um, yeah, I am still not sure if I've ever had it, but I think I probably have.
You probably in a gumbo or something. I'm sure if you ate in
Uh,
gumbo,
I've,
or
I've definitely had gumbo.
yeah, well, that okra is gonna be in gumbo.
I've definitely had gumbo.
You know, you had never tried the Rocky Mountain oysters, Gracie?
Nope.
Oh,
And I no, I don't think I could do it.
mm. I'd never be that hungry.
I don't think I could do it.
Mm.
Uh, it's just the thought of it.
We had my best friend down here got killed a few years ago, but they ran 28,000 acres of stocker and put stocker cattle on, so they'd put two head to an acre. Well, I'd help them out when they started getting their cattle in because they might get 1,000, 2,000 head in a day. And of course, we if they were steers, we cut them and we'd have barrels full of them mountain oysters. And down here, they call them calf fries. Every bar you walked in around this part of the country would have fried uh, calf fries sitting up on the bar and dip and whatever. They're good. If they're cooked right. That's like everything else.
No,
You
that's,
see me shaking my head. I'm
yeah,
sorry. You got a big nut in front of you and you're sitting
been
there
like
cutting
sheep
into it.
brains here.
No, no.
Oh, you get the young tender ones. It's sort of like women.
Bush.
Oh, really? Weird. I was going to go there, but I'm not going there.
I really did.
I'm gonna eat with you up there, Gracie.
Frog legs are good.
Oh
Frog
yeah.
legs, I've had them. Matter of fact, I went on a weekend trip with my dad. We took two hospitalized children um, because my dad belonged to the Zenobia Shrine, and we went to the Shriners Hospital in a van. So we had two handicapped children. One was going to stay there for 2 weeks. The one child was coming back with us the next day, back in the van. But we went to this banquet, and I thought they were chicken wings, and I grabbed these chicken wings and started eating them, and I'm like, "Oh, these are good." And my dad's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm going back up and grabbing some more chicken wings." He goes, "Do you know those? Do you know those are not chicken wings?" I'm like, "No, they're chicken wings." He goes, "No, they're frogs. They're frog wings." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm going back up and grabbing more." And my dad just laughed.
Uh oh.
You know what? You know what I've done to one already, Ron?
Nice.
This buddy of mine is tougher than a boot that I fish and hunt with. I mean, he's much of a hog. But you put us to talk about frog legs, and you can just run him out of the country. He said, "Hey," I said, "There ain't no way I can eat one of them damn cold, clammy things." I laugh at him.
I wouldn't either.
Really?
He won't touch them.
Oh, they're, they tasted like chicken. They were thinner. They were thinner, and I thought there was something different with them from normal chicken wings. But I went back up and got me a second helping. My dad's like, "Wow, okay."
Well,
Here's the thing: my dad never hunted. My dad was a fisherman, so I always grew up as a fisherman and never a hunter. And here's one thing that I asked my dad. I was like, "Dad, why haven't you ever hunted?" He goes, "Well, I've never been brought up as a hunter, only a fisherman. And if I ever want to hunt, it is to feed myself and my family only." And I said, "Okay." But he never got into the hunting scene. So I was never brought up into the hunting scene. Yes, a fisherman I am. And if I want to hunt, I'm doing it for substance. I'm doing it to eat, and not for the game, and not for the sport.
well, I am a hunter and fisherman, and the nearly there's certain animals now I won't eat. I may use them. That's like the carp. When we're bow fishing the carp, well,
Yeah,
we'll take them things, and there's a lot of people eat them, and I'd give them to a lot of those people around here, and the ones I didn't give away, we'd take and bury them in the garden. And man, that you can take and bury a carp up under a tomato plant, and that tomato plant will just jump, man, because it's
yeah.
just it's like boning a fish meal. Uh, but I was raised in a family just the opposite. My great grandfather, my grandfather, my mom and dad, they're all deer hunters.
Yeah.
And, and then I got off into the archery end of it, and I really got involved in the hunting then. And yeah, I broke mine out the other day. I'm
That's a breakdown bow.
Yeah, I saw it. I got one just like it.
Yep.
Yeah, take that.
Samick.
Yep.
Right there. Samick. 45.
I bought one just like it to go fish with them.
Yep. Little dusty because I haven't shot it in a while, but yep.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
fixing to have to do some exterminating with that bull of mine. They these squirrels are just
He's frozen.
yeah, he cut out there for a second. Um, he should be coming back here. Yeah.
Fancy picking on poor little squirrels.
My dog Duke will take care of squirrels if he can catch them.
Yeah.
They run across the top of the fence, and they're like bark, 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 and running past him. And he's on the ground. He's like, "I'm gonna get you." And then they freaking jump up on the telephone pole, and they're up straight up on the telephone pole, laughing at Duke. "You didn't get me."
Yeah.
And they're barking at Duke. And then Duke's like, "I'll get you next time. I'll get you next time. You mess up once and you fall off that fence. I'm gonna get you."
Yeah.
That's Duke.
We can have problems with possums. They'll walk your power line into your house and get in under your roof cavity and all sorts of things and create a hell of a mess and a disturbance. But
Yeah. Yep.
you can't shoot them; they're protected.
Oh, possums are.
Yeah. Our ones
Because you
here.
guys have such a little population of them.
I think they're pretty plentiful, but they're protected under law. and they you can cage them and relocate them, but you can't relocate them far because they're sort of like family groups. Yeah,
It's their home. You can't take them too far from their
yeah,
original home.
yeah.
Yeah. They're shit. Skunks.
Yeah, we don't have skunks.
Skunks around here. You can't take them too far from their home.
Yeah.
Especially if they had babies. But skunks are not really a nuisance unless you get skunked. Which I have been. I've been skunked once.
Yeah, no, we don't have them here, nor do we have squirrels either. But yeah.
Good night.
The flying ones?
Sorry?
Janice, do you have the flying squirrels?
Yes. Yeah, sugar gliders. Yeah.
Yeah, the gliders. Gliders.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Gliders. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my God, those are so cool. I would love to have them as a pet.
Diane.
No, they're not pets. They're actually very, very limited in number too. And they're limited to particular areas. You don't see them too much. I've never seen one in the wild.
Van Life, you come back and see us now. And Diane, you have a good night.
All right. Night, y'all. Night, y'all that's going to bed. The gliders, they're so small, but they're cute.
Well, we've got the brown squirrels down here, but they're not little bitty like them gliders. They're full-size squirrels.
I'll see if I can pull you up a picture of them, Ron. Hang on.
Wait, Ron, you got flying squirrels?
Yeah.
Oh, you got the full-size ones.
Yeah, they'll jump out of one tree and they don't really fly, but they glide. They stretch out.
Yeah, yeah. They stretch out. They got the wings.
Yeah, and they go a long way.
So what's up with the wild boar population in Texas? And now I heard the government's not, or state of Texas is not paying people to kill them anymore, because that was a big hey-do like 10 years ago.
That depends on the county. The county will have a bounty on them a lot of the time.
Okay.
And not statewide, but it's county by county. And they're terrible. I mean, there's not, out of like 150 counties, they're talking about maybe 3 counties that don't have feral hogs in them now.
Yeah.
There's a picture for Tim.
Yeah, that's the little ones. Yeah.
Yeah, they are small. Yeah. The sugar gliders, yeah.
They fit in one hand. They're like a little mouse. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cute.
They're smallish, yeah. Yeah, but it's the membrane between, not possibly unlike a bat. The membrane stretches between their front and back legs, yeah. And they glide from one tree to another.
There's some interesting critters around this old world. They're adapted to what they need to do.
I actually had to kill a family of kangaroo rats in my freaking backyard last summer.
What I'm funny about, like, rats.
They would actually hop like a freaking kangaroo, and they had their back paws were like a quarter of their freaking body. I swear, like an inch freaking long, and they would actually hop a foot at a time. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on in my, excuse my French, what is going on in my backyard? These little mice are jumping like a kangaroo. I looked online and they were called kangaroo mice, and I exterminated them last year. And it was not nice. I baited them with traps, snap traps, and the snap traps weren't working correctly. It would just stun them, and I would have to take a shovel to them.
Well, I'm funny about mice or rats or squirrels. A squirrel's not nothing but a rat with a bushy tail. That's all he is. It's same family, but they can do so much damage. It's not even funny. You got
Especially if they get up in the roof of your attic.
yeah. They get in the roof of your attic. They'll chew the wires on the truck in two. They you didn't come in here a while ago. I had a salesman and me got together today, and I bought another motorcycle today.
What, you got motorcycle envy, or what's going on?
I don't know. I'm gonna sell one of them, but I found a CB 300 Honda,
Okay.
and I bought it. The thing runs out pretty good, but it'll still get
Sure.
like 80 miles a gallon.
I'm gonna wait till she comes back. Hey. Oh no. So how's the bike doing then?
It's going good. It's weird. I've been driving that little Chevy, and you don't have to shift gears on it. There's no clutch or no. And the one I bought today is a 6-speed. I'm having to get used to clutch again.
Oh, it's a six speed?
Yeah,
Okay. So it's nothing compared to you didn't get the Zuma, you got the
Navi.
Navi. Yeah.
You figure you get whipped.
Hey Janet.
Yeah.
Hey, check out what I caught one night. That's a Norwegian roof rat.
A root rat?
Right next to me. And that sucker was over 13 inches long.
Did you say a root rat?
A Norwegian roof rat. They can get in the attic of your house.
Oh, roof rat. I thought
roof.
you were talking about a relative of Ron's.
No, roof. That's a big rat.
Yeah.
Here's the trap that I had him in, and that sucker is 8 inches long, right to its back.
Yeah. We never had any rats here until we were colonised, and they come in on the ships.
Yeah, that was the biggest one that I've caught. I have killed. I've exterminated over a dozen of those roof rats right now. And then last summer I had the kangaroo freaking little mice. Crazy.
Oh, we've been on here 2.5 hours. I think I'm about ready to shut it down.
All right, Ron.
Janice,
Yeah, it's 12:04. I'm gonna sit back, watch some TV, and then go to sleep.
yeah, well,
5:05 here. I'm ready.
And
Getting ready.
Janice is like, "Oh, this is early day for me. I'm cooking up dinner. What time is it your time, Janice?
5 minutes past 5.
So it's 5 o'clock, the 24th for you, correct?
23rd.
Oh, you're the
We're on the same
21st?
day. we're on the same day, only your early hours of the morning.
We're 12.
You're past midnight, so you're the 23rd.
Yeah.
But I'm 15 hours ahead of you. Or well, give or take.
Oh, you're 5 o'clock in the afternoon, the 23rd.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the only time that we're on the same day is on Ron's lives.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm usually a day ahead of you, but
That's all
no
good.
wonder I've got bags under my eyes. It's catching up with all you guys. The various
What
different
are you talking about?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mine are turning into suitcases.
Oh, your mom called them suitcases?
No, I said my bags under my eyes are turning into suitcases.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Carl, I don't know where Kenny's at tonight. I have to get on that boy.
I know. Wasn't Kenny doing something with his channel? He's
Yeah, he's
putting it in order, playlists and things like that. So, yeah, he's probably wearing himself out doing that.
But
He
I always
needs to take a break.
appreciate y'all coming in, and I won't be here tomorrow night. Well, no, G's not going to be here though. Depending on G, if he does get online and moves around a little bit, well, I won't be on. But if G is on, well, I mean, if he's not on, well, I'll probably open up.
Okay.
We'll
Yep.
catch you.
Good night.
Good night, all.
All right.
Sleep
Night,
well,
everyone.
everyone. Bye for now.
Night, everyone.